Song, Call Upon the Lord. Shout out Matt Brock over at Elevation Worship. Thanks so much. Again, you can get this track at guidetracks.co. Talk more about that. And you can find more about that on our page. If you go to worshipteamtraining.com, you will see this as our first post. Call Upon the Lord Band Tutorial is what it's called. Let's get right to it, shall we? I want to talk about the intro. I want to break down each verse, chorus, section. And I just like to talk a little bit about what everything is doing. On the verse, we have a really good build that leads right to the chorus. And then this awesome song has this anthem-like approach that just rings. The bridge is very, very nice, almost like a march feel. But how we get into the song is very, very cool because we have a great beat, a great tom groove is what we call it, in the intro of the song. Now you can do this, you can apply these techniques and tips to just about any song that you want to put your creative spin to, but let's listen to the very beginning of this tune and I'll show you what I'm talking about. All right? So we are in the key of A.
Drums, 2, 3, 4.
We have a nice pad that's coming through. Then we had the vocals come in on the chorus. And then we had this D chord right here, right? Verse again. And I'm just playing real lightly. I'm just going to let the track play. Here's the chorus. Call upon the Lord, He alone, strong enough to save. Turn it down a little bit. Your shackles are no more, for Jesus Christ has broken every chain. We have the chorus again. So that's the intro. Back to the verse. It's very, very lightly. Every enemy will flee. Still on the verse. We declare your victory. This we know. Here's the chorus. 2. I will call upon the Lord, for He alone is strong enough to save. Rise, your shackles are no more, for Jesus Christ has broken every chain. Okay, then we have a chorus repeat. All right, so what I love about the song is that we have a really great drive. Again, shout out Scott Hussey and guidetracks.co for providing this track. What I love is, what's up, Bradley? I'm not singing it yet. I want to save all my vocals for tomorrow, okay? But thank you for that. So the groove of this is just great because you have this, oscillating type drum pattern, and that's like right here. Well, that's our chorus section. But if we back it up just a bit, we have this texture. It's still in the verse. And I'm just barely even playing. And then here's the chorus. And you got these loops going on. So again, what we call that, those are like melodic moving notes. I talked about that last week. But all that just gives texture and feel to what's happening within the song. You don't have to have it as far as if you are a church band like the band that we were with this past weekend, they don't use loops. So there's other things that you can do, like with a keyboard to kind of emulate, and you can play that and matching an instrument patch on your keyboard to make it sound close to the MP3. That's great. Or if you work with loops, even better. But what I found is that loops are helpful as long as you stay with the click. That's just imperative. And if you don't know how to do that, I encourage you first to practice that at home before you try it out with the band. But I have this playing just to demonstrate the whole song. And I want you to think about how we listen to the call of God through the verses and then how that chorus expands and comes out. What I like about this song a lot is that it's got this big anthem ring and it's got this anticipation in the verses. Now, that's something that we don't really do often as a band because, again, if we were playing the song normally, dee da 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 da, there's not a lot of change and movement to it. But if we are to think about how we can build the verse and how we can, bring texture and anticipation, we need to know a hiding place. Our hope is safe within your name. This we know. And I'm just doing, I don't even have to do that. If I want to add more texture, so when we get to the chorus, 1, 2, 3, and I will call upon the Lord. He alone is strong enough to save. Then we let the chorus out. So what's nice about it is that you got all this tom groove going on and the building of anticipation right here as we just played. And it's just a little bit of piano. Now, I know I may be going a little bit fast. Sorry.
2, 3.
Listen. The kick drum is what's driving this passage. There's no other drums playing except for the bass drum. And maybe a little bit of toms. Da-ka-da-ka-da. Then we had that piano strike at the low register. Okay, so what I have to stress and say about that is patience. There's a lot of great worship bands out there, but textures like this, they can't and won't play because all they want to do is just be right up here, and everybody's all in at once. So in order to make passages like this work and textures, you got to keep that volume down. So I talk about that in the article. How do you keep the volumes down and keep the textures high and energetic? It has to do with listening back to the band, making sure that the energy stays at a good level. Don't drop it. Just because you play soft or even slow tempos doesn't mean that you minimize the energy. You have to keep both continuous and consistent, just like that click. So if you're learning to play the click, awesome. If you're not, I encourage you to do so. Little things like this will go a long way. So just to finish up, and I know this is short today, I'm going to cover a lot more tomorrow, so hey, there's more to come. But look at the bridge also of this tune. It's got a very nice place that connects with the congregation. It builds. You can also, with this same song, you can move this into a hymn. If you were to do Holy, Holy, Holy in the key of A. That's why I put this in the key of A, because it's a little bit lower. So when we sing Holy, 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 which is originally an F, A takes it up quite a bit. But there's other, like I Surrender All. You can mix that hymn in with the song as well. And your creativity of what other songs you can mix in and do in other hymns is limitless. That's what I love about creating music, but most of all, that's what we love about how God speaks through the song and how we can also emulate prayer and what we can do to voice prayer through song. So that's what it means. So tomorrow, coming up, we're going to be doing the vocal rendition of the song, I Will Call Upon the Lord. But don't forget, in the next 30 minutes, hey, we got our premier guest, Zorro the drummer, coming up on the Worship Team Training Hangout, which is coming real soon. So make sure that you find the links either back on our website at worshipteamtraining.com or on Facebook or Twitter. All of those will be there. And